Tensions out of Iran and Saudi Arabia drove oil prices slightly higher today. The price of domestic crude settled just around $72 a barrel. But as prices rise, so too are the investments being made in offshore drilling, because it's those very same investments that could help keep oil prices in check. Brian Sullivan is on a Shell rig in the Gulf of Mexico off of the New Orleans coast for us tonight.
We got a rare and broadcast exclusive opportunity to be on one of the biggest oil platforms in the world, the Shell Olympus, in what they call the Mars Field, about 130 miles out of the Gulf of Mexico. New Orleans, by the way, is that way. And this is a fascinating world because, as the CEO of Shell told CNBC, everything about the Deepwater Gulf, which is what they call this, the wellhead about 3,000 feet down that way, is big and it is expensive. A platform like this, over $1 billion. Shell, by the way, has a new one rolling out next year. They're investing $3 billion over the next 5 years. And after the price of oil collapsed a number of years ago, the whole deepwater and offshore industry really had two options: get smarter about costs or go away. And the head of Shell's global deepwater operations told us they have brought the price from a barrel of crude from $75 on their costs way down to about 40.
Today, we've been able to bring these costs down by anywhere between 45 to 55%. When you look at an activity today, it won't screen in deep water for anything more than a $40 per barrel break-even price. On average, our portfolio is running just under $30 a barrel at the moment.
The price of a barrel of crude above 70 and their costs around 40, they can invest in more projects. Like we said, that's what they're doing, $3 billion over 5 years. And you wonder, what do they get out of it? Well, a platform like this, the Olympus, is about 100,000 barrels a day. A little portion of that goes to the government. About 21% goes to their partner, who is BP. Overall, this platform will produce roughly 2 million gallons of gasoline for your car every single day. And as the profitability has come up, investment has come back. If you look way off in the distance over there, there's a platform that looks like this one, but in the middle, that's a drilling rig. They're actually drilling for a new well, and then a platform kind of like this will ultimately go on top of it. Now, of course, there's something else that this industry faces, and that is safety concerns. After the BP Macondo disaster, where 11 lives were lost and a massive oil spill, the industry effectively shut down here for the better part of 2 years. Well, we asked Shell about that, and they said that the safety and the technology, especially around that wellhead, has gotten a lot better.
As an industry, we've improved the technology of the blowout preventers that sit on the sea floor that actually prevent from these things from happening. We've created organizations like the Marine Well Containment Company that can come in and cap these wells if anything ever happened. But of course, we're focusing on making sure something like that never happens again.
So the industry is working its way through safety concerns as well as bringing costs down. Of course, the Trump administration has been very supportive of the offshore oil and gas drilling industry. We'll see how long that lasts. Of course, if oil stays high, the investments will come here to the Gulf of Mexico. If the price of oil, though, were to turn back down south, look for new investments like this to slow down as well. A lot of jobs are reliant on platforms out here just like this one. For Nightly Business Report, I'm Brian Sullivan off New Orleans, Louisiana.